Well, hey there, true believers. I am the Watcher. You might notice there's no comics up today. Also, I'm wearing my casual clothes. Why? Because this isn't a comic video. Look, I'm Wilson. That's right, we're finally doing the Captain America shield. It's going to be the old-fashioned one. Like a lot of things, I'm going to kind of mix design elements from a few different ones I like. It's really hard to set down. That is between the shape and the exact pattern I'm going with. I would say the shape will most resemble the Captain America the First Avenger movie, but the pattern I'm going with is the one on the World War II Captain America in Marvel Strike Force. You know, with a lot of superheroes you have variations, so I thought it'd be a nice little thing. It'd be a good background element. Then I have a pretty full Captain America costume. So with this, it's probably going to be a lot like the helmet and other things. I'm going to tape it up first and then get it painted. Probably going to do the stripes first because they're going to be easier, and the stars I still haven't settled on. I might project and try to cover it that way. I might tape up a big square and cut it out. And then put it on there. I don't know. I'm going to have to try a few different things. And you know, if I do, I'll put them in this video because I want them to be like really symmetrical. So what bothered me about a lot of the ones online is they were not symmetrical. I mean, that's not perfect. I mean, the shape's perfect, but you know, I have some flaws in what I did there, and but they're there because of me. It's part of the story. It's not. Yeah, I have higher expectations if I buy something. I can accept flaws if they're my own, but that's not why you're here. You're here for the arts and crafts. So let's get to the shield. So one thing I realized, and I realized early on, is this is a very shiny white, and the Rust-Oleum paints, like this one I'm using, that I used on the helmet, it's pretty flat. It's not very vibrant. That's what I like about it, and I don't want it to be inconsistent. So I'm probably going to do this first. Is do the whole thing white, and then do the red, and then the blue, and I still haven't decided on the stars. I might try to cover them up. If it doesn't turn out, then do the, I don't know, I honestly most likely will just do it blue and then make a cutout, like a cardboard cutout, and okay, we're gonna do some white on white here, and hopefully bugs don't land on it, because I'm realizing, well, anyone who's worn a white shirt on a motorcycle knows what I mean. They are attracted to it. Alright, we got a nice coat on there. Let this dry, and then I'll get to taping it up. So I came and gave it another spritz. It's looking very like matte and even. I love how it looks now. There was a bug, and I was able to get it out and kind of fill it in. So after it dries, then I'm going to get the stuff taped on it. I finally decided I'm just going to paint all that blue and then outline the stars with tape, like I did the A on the helmet, and then paint it again. I think it'll be easiest to make as symmetrical as possible that way. Okay, so I got all taped up and ready for the next step. I took this ruler to make sure it was pretty consistent. It's more like 7.5 in the middle and more like 8 there, but it's so gradual you barely notice. Okay, let me get over it so it looks even. You go here, it looks tilted. You go here, it looks tilted. Curved perspective. So I just did the tape in the bag. I'm hoping I can just kind of flip it over when it's done and do the red. And I learned from the helmet, I'm going to try to mount it like this. So if there is runoff, it goes down and away from the tape. So I'm going to go get this blue. Let's go see that, huh? Okay, so I got all painted in this coastal blue here, like the helmet. I got some blotchy spots. I think they'll even out as it dries. And the tape came up right there. I didn't notice till after I painted it. I'm a little worried about that. But that's on top of where I have my actual line, so we'll see. I can always fix up the line later. But I'm doing the stripes. Alright, so it's looking pretty good. It did bleed a little bit right there, but luckily that's one of the red stripes, so I won't have to redo the white unless some of the red bleeds. And then I can do the stars, but it's turning out really good so far. So the next step, I'll get it taped up again, and then I will get it taped up to put the red stripes on. Again, I got Rust-Oleum, Flame House Red. Kind of makes me want licorice when I look at it. I really like these Rust-Oleum paints. Alright, so what I got here is, you know, you ever go to get a suit? This is the, I forget what they call it. It's like a tape measure, but it's actually like on tape. Like you can wrap it around things. Anyways, I measured this out, and I did some little pencil marks. I think I'm going to do each line about 2 inches, except for the end ones are going to kind of bleed off. And I'm just putting some little pencil marks there to guide me, and then I'm going to put the tape on for the red. And I'll put the tape on for the red stripes and get that spray painted. And then we'll work on the stars, which is probably going to be the hard part. But you know, I said that about the A, and I really liked how the A turned out on my other one. Really, a star, at least the 5-point star, isn't that different than an A. Okay, I just finished taping up the stripes, and I gotta tell you, this is not making me look forward to doing the stars at all. Like, boy howdy. Especially because I notice the stars are centered on the stripes, so I'm gonna have to really line those up. Kinda like it right now. Reminds me of some of the old night shields I used to see. Or the standards. The stripes also kind of make me think of, was it Patriot? No, U.S. Agent. Just because the weird, out-of-place stripes. Or Captain Israel. Maybe leave a comment if you would like to see me do Captain Israel on the channel, if it's real. But yeah, so next step is I'm going to get it red. So, gonna definitely make sure the tape's pressed down one more time before I do it. It looks pretty even. So yeah, I took the tape and I measured it out. I believe all the white bands are exactly 2 inches. So the blue's what's going to be white. And then I did the red one in the middle thicker. And these ones, so this one is like 2 inches. These are 1.5 inches, and these are a little under because they're like getting cut off. I think it's going to look really sick. It's really going to make it look curved too. I can't wait to get the paint on and see what's next. Okay, I got the red painted on there. I'm going to let it set, see if it's even. I noticed the tape. Yeah, I pressed this all shit down before I started. Look, that one's back up again. It literally bubbles up after you paint it. Like right there. Like I made sure to seal that. Might use a different brand of tape next time I do something like this. If I have a little bleeding, I don't know, I'll probably like just spray some of the paint on a palette and use a brush to paint it over. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Probably gonna have to give it one more coat. Cause it's looking a little uneven right now, but I don't know if that's the moisture or what. So from here it looks pretty good, but you get in, there's some OCD spots like there. It looks good from afar. I don't know. We'll see after I do the stars. So I was looking at the helmet and how, when I tried fixing stuff on there, the paint kind of like layered up. I was thinking, I don't want that to happen again, because this is all pretty smooth. I think I'm just going to leave the minor flaws for what they are. This is what I was saying about, if there's flaws, I can handle them if I made them, but if I bought it, I'd feel like obsessive about it. So next I'm going to do the stars. I'm going to put some tape hexagons, and then try to put the points and make some stars. See, I have the pentagram outlined. I was using the measure. I'm going to do the 2 smaller ones on the side now. And then I'll try to get the points in there. I'll probably really have to cut the tape to get it. And I will, and then I'll get it painted up. I'll let you see it once I get the other 2 hexes on there and when I get the stars. It might be a full day before I get the stars. It's going to take forever to do that. So I just finished getting these taped, and I gotta tell you, I spent an hour just on that one alone, just to end up like moving this one up slightly. I used the tape measure, and they look kind of weird from here, but it's because, see, like straight on they look fine. I'm trying to do it so it works with the curve, like it comes up. They look more about the same. Not looking forward to putting the stars in there. But after I do, I'll get all taped up and get the paint on. So I have my first star outlined. It took a long time. I'm going to walk away now and come back because, I don't know, I think it's still kind of bothering me a bit. But we'll see. I'll come back and see. And then I'll do the other ones and get it painted. So I went and I had a little smoke break and some sweet tea and came back, and I like it. I like how it looks. So I'm going to start on the other two now. So after taking a break and setting on it, I did straighten up the top a bit. So another 2 hours and another star. Yeah, literally, I redid it so much. I did, because I had this one, I could kind of hold the tape up, and I made the corners first, and I kind of was able to make the lines. So now that I have one that's the right size, I should be able to over there, but god dang, did that take forever. And this one, I gotta really make sure to line up with that one. Like, I want it to, you know? Ugh. Just 6 hours on this. Like, literally, I spent all day on this. I did all the other stuff up to this point yesterday. And then I went to bed, and I woke up when this was all taped up and painted it. And pretty much all day has been taping these things. Like, oh, Jesus. Okay, so I got the other star done. It didn't take as long. It took, like, maybe 30 minutes. And, I don't know, it's a lot easier. My advice, if you're going to do something like this, make a template. Like, draw out the star you want so you can hold the tape up and, like, transfer it over easier. Because this was, oh, boy. Anyways, I'm going to get a bag on it and get the final paint on. I might fix that arm up a bit. Okay, so I fixed that arm up a bit and I got it all taped up. It kind of looks paper mache now. This is like what I imagine like cops are gonna do next. You know, they did that horrible like black freaking American flag. I mean, I like the green one the army did, but come on. And then the blue stripe, like the blue stripe was just silly. Color in the blue field. Why a blue stripe? The fireman red stripe made sense because they're supposed to be red stripes, but you put a blue stripe, like come on, come on. You could. Anyways, besides that, you know, it looks paper mache now. I might leave this part. I still haven't really decided on that and make fun of the whole these colors don't bleed thing. But I'm gonna get bagged up and paint it now. They look kind of curved, but when you look at them straight on, see, and that's what I'm going for is so like justice from all angles, liberty, freedom, America. Okay, I got it taped up. Look like Captain Homeless now. Again, if you do this, this paint flakes off really easy. I forgot about that. Got paint flakes all over my bed. So wherever you do it, make sure it's somewhere you want to clean up paint flakes from. Alright, I got it painted, but the wind is, hopefully it didn't take it away. We'll see. America. I ain't getting that back. Well, I think it turned out pretty sweet. And it matches the helmet. I like that they go together. Look at this, like I see the my bullet. The only thing is look, you have to expose yourself to really use a gun. Also, it'd slow you down. You know, I like when they do sell ballistic shields, they're like this little tiny, they'll literally be like this big and they're like, it's the stupidest looking thing. It's like they're using a kid's shield. But that's why shields aren't advantageous in modern warfare. Well, I think my space has really come together now. Makes me feel like a real YouTuber, like all the other people on here. Got some nice centerpieces to help hold your attention, especially when I get the comics up. If this is your first time on my channel, I don't do a lot of crafting videos. I'll probably do a few more, especially when I start working on the next kids book I'm doing. I really been wanting to do some how to draw and paint, just basic introductions for people. Because really, like Bob Ross says, anyone can get going in it. There we go, America. I mean, like, I couldn't be happier with this. I think, you know, I think if I would have just bought something, I would have been as happy. Especially, I didn't see helmets like that for sale online. I barely saw pictures online. Good Samaritan's cool. I mean, I bought the glove. Oh, you might notice the shelf is different. I just have like a piece of foam board there, and my son broke it. And, well, I'll get wood eventually for it. But yeah, so that is Captain America, the whole setup. I hope you liked it. I hope maybe you learned something from me doing it, and if you do something, hopefully it turns out better than mine. I mean, I love mine, but I'm just saying, like, hopefully you learn and it passes on. And as always, if you think I did a horrible job, I'd love to hear that too in the comments. The majority of my channel, though, is comic book reviews, and my next video will be coming out here shortly with just that. It'll be the next installment of Team America. Good little promo. Well, until next time, I've been the Watcher, and remember to buy war bonds.